Hello again, everyone. Alright, so last video we took a look at how we identified those trig ratios. Now we're actually going to use that to find missing pieces, because one of the biggest goals about this is that if we're given a triangle, we need to be able to figure out some things. And we're going to talk about applications where this is important, but we're really not going to get to that until Thursday. So there actually is some real life application of this. It's not we're just doing this just to do it. But so one of the big things we need to know how to do is we need to know how to find the missing leg of triangles, because triangles exist anywhere in life, and we can actually use triangles to determine the height of something without actually knowing the exact height, which is what we'll be looking at on Thursday. So for today, we're going to work on just the base calculation of that. So we're on this triangle, we're given two pieces of information. We're given the measure of angle A, which is 40 degrees, and we're given the measure of side B, which is the side that's right next to angle A. And what we're told to find is we're told to find the missing leg. Now notice that we're missing both A and C. This right here, this is our hypotenuse. So we're not actually looking for this piece. We don't actually want to find the hypotenuse for this one because we're looking for the missing leg. So the piece that we're actually wanting to find is this A. We want to find this. So to set this up, we're actually going to set it up like our trig ratios that we just looked at in the last video. So we're going to be using that sine of A, that cosine of A, or tangent of A, because we're actually looking at angle A. Now, I'm going to go and write out the formula for this. So let's say we're going to work with, in this case, we're actually going to be working with tangent. So we're working at tangent of A, where it'd be A over C, because remember, or not over C, sorry, A over B, wow. And the reason we're using tangent is because we want to find this, and we have this piece of information. We don't have the hypotenuse, because if we were to use sine, it'd be A over C, but we'd have two values that we didn't know. So in this case, we need to use tangent to find our A. And generally, if you're given the other leg and it tells you to find the other leg, you're always going to use tangent. But if you're given the hypotenuse instead of the leg, you could actually use either, depending on if you're looking for the one closer or the one further away. That it could be cosine or sine in that situation. In this case, it's tangent of A equals A over B. We know what angle A is. We know that angle A is 40 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. So it's tangent of 40. And I'm putting that in parentheses because when you plug it into the calculator, that's generally how you need to plug it in. So we have tangent of 40. This is going to equal, we're looking to find A. We don't know what A is. And that is over our B value, which I'm going to make our B value green. I'm going to highlight that. Our B value is 150 centimeters. So we're going to write in 150 there. Now, this is just it's an algebra problem at this point. We need to get the A by itself because that's what we want to find. We want to find that missing value of A. So to find that missing value of A, I'm going to multiply this side by 150. And the reason I'm multiplying by 150 is I want to do the opposite of the operation that's already there. It's being divided by 50. So to cancel that out, I'm going to multiply it by 150. That cancels those two out. And then since I multiply one side by 150, I also have to multiply the other side by 150. Now, at this point, it becomes calculator work. We just need to take a look at what the tangent of 40 multiplied by 150 is. Now, when you plug this in the calculator, you need to be careful because we need to actually check to make sure we're in the right mode because we want to make sure we're in degrees. So if you go to mode, the third place down, it has radian and degree. You want to make sure that dark part is on degree in there. It already is, so I can go ahead and hit second quit to get back out. And then I'm just going to go ahead and type in 150. Your sine, cosine, and tangent buttons are all right next to each other. 150. I'll hit tangent. It automatically gives me a parenthesis, so I'm going to type 40 into that. I'm going to close that parenthesis, and then since it's being multiplied, I also want to close that parenthesis as well. Hit enter. It's going to give us an answer of 125 0.8649447. Now, we don't want to write out that whole thing. So since the 150's got canceled out here, it's going to be A. This will be equal to, and I'm going to round to the hundreds place. So we're going to round this out and make it, our answer will be 125.86. And I don't round that up because the digit right to the right of it is only a 4. It needs to be 5 or higher to round it up, so that stays at a 6 rather than going to 7. So 125.86. And then if you want to write down, and you always should, 125.86 centimeters would be that side. You don't want to forget the unit because this one's given to you in centimeters. We'll actually probably go over another example of this in class, but make sure you get this one down in your notes. If you have any questions, get with me in class when we talk about it.